Imagine that you have it all. Great job, beautiful house, amazing family, everything's great. Until one day when you're out partying with your friends and one of your buddies pressures you to take a drink or do drugs. To look good in front of your friends, you join them. Over time, that person may become addicted to that substance. Bringing in addiction. Addiction has the power to turn lives upside down. Some people choose to get help because addiction affects relationships with their friends, their parents, their significant others. It affects everyone. For some, the decision to get help is too late. These two stories will illustrate what will happen if you become addicted to either alcohol or drugs. Our first story gives us a high school junior named Brett. He had it all. Straight A's, a scholarship in the works, starting quarterback on the varsity football team. He had his life planned perfectly in his mind. That is until he was pressured to have a drink while partying with his friends one night. Little did he know the consequences that follow with underage drinking. The next day, he decides to buy more beer for himself. In order to avoid being caught, he goes behind the school. This went on for 3 weeks. His drinking habit became worse over time, and it changed Brett as a person. He'd show up to class late. He'd often make angry rants at his teachers. He wouldn't show up to football. Alcohol was destroying him from the inside and the outside. One day, he gets called into the principal's office while his parents were waiting. He knew his situation was bad. His parents sat down and planned out what he needed to do to get off alcohol, a plan that included a doctor visit that showed his liver was damaged, and later a trip to rehab. The next week, he went to an Alcoholics Anonymous class. After a long 12-step process that included apologizing to his friends, he became sober, was able to finish high school, graduate college with a magna cum laude, and get the job of his dreams. We all love happy endings, don't we? The next story is of someone who is oblivious to recovery from addiction. Story number 2 gives us a middle-aged man named Bill. Bill is going through a divorce. His wife left him, his kids don't want to talk to him, he's about to lose his house, and his car is about to be repossessed. Things don't look good for Bill. So he decides to take antidepressants to relieve his depression. Over time, he becomes addicted to these drugs. And in that same period, his friends knew something was up. One night, his friend from college, Jeb, decided to go to his house to check on him. What he saw was Bill drugged out on the floor in his living room. As Jeb approaches Bill, Bill freaked out and started to attack Jeb, who luckily called the cops in time. The cops then come to arrest Bill and take him to jail. With nothing else to turn to, Bill finds more illegal drugs and takes those to relieve his stress. Eventually, karma came around, and a week later, Bill was found dead in his cell. What I want you to take away from these two stories is addiction can be a very scary road a person travels on. If addiction is addressed immediately, a person's life can be turned around and put back on track. However, if addiction isn't addressed, consequences are all too often tragic. Please, if you see someone who has an alcohol or drug problem, get them help. Support them. Be the rock. Be the rock that they can stand on. Be the shoulder they can lean on, and get them the help they deserve.